everybody? It's your favorite Mandalorian's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at The Mandalorian from the upcoming show on Disney+. Obviously, this came out on Force Friday. I was able to grab one. I didn't get the carbonized version, which I think I kind of want, but I want to see it in person because I wasn't crazy about the other carbonized versions that I saw while I was out and about. That being said, he doesn't come with many accessories, but he comes with a couple. Let's talk about them. So he comes with a pistol. You got silver paint on it and really great and fine sculpt work done to it, to be fair. It'll go right here in his holster. It is a soft plastic piece that keeps the pin. That always tends to irritate me. I have a hard time making them stuck in, but that one's not too bad. And he'll hold it just fine. And of course, he comes with the kind of signature rifle from the holiday special that we talked about in our Force Friday episode. Nice stuff here. We have the brown paint on the stock. We have the silver paint. We have the plastic that is kind of cast in, and then the silver paint here at the tip, so to speak. Very nicely done. Make sure that his back strap is lined up perfectly, not to be confused with the deer meat. And then you can plug the rifle in through the strap so that he can kind of have it, you know, on his back. And he'll hold it, but it is not the best fit in the world, nor for the hand or finger. And let's talk about the figure. So the head is on a double ball peg. It's very nice. At least, actually, it might be on a single, but it's just at the neck joint into the base of the chest, and it works beautifully. Range down to there, up, side to side, plenty of kind of emotion, attitude, suggestion, etc. Some weathering, like some rust weathering, and then the black paint with the silver, it looks like finish on the helmet itself. Beautifully done. We do have this cape of soft plastics. I wish it was just done with soft goods. I think it would look better. That's just my personal preference. I know not everybody agrees with me, and that's fine. We have this soft goods strap that comes down to the belt piece, and all sorts of like sculpt work, paint, silver paint, gray paint, silver paint, gray paint, silver paint throughout. Works nicely. Then we have what feels like a single ball peg from the abdomen into the chest. We have the brown paint and then the silver paint on top with a swivel and plenty of movement, range of motion. We have the shoulder pads. They have the silver paint and blue paint, and it looks like a scarif pad, right? Am I wrong there? Is that what it looks like to you? It will go up, but it does fold over the chest. Not my favorite thing in the world, and it can go around. The shoulder pad should be connected to the chest. That would fix that. Actually, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to say. The shoulder pad should have its own articulation. That would fix that. Same for the other side. Yikes. Around here, we have a bicep swivel, and we have a single hinged elbow that gets you 90 degrees, and that's actually well executed. At first, I was concerned, but they had it turned around because you do have a bit of a forearm swivel as well, and in packaging, it had it like this, and I went to go try it out, and I was like, oh my god, it's terrible. But the joint was just backwards. It works just fine. The gauntlets here has some silver paint on them. The wrist swivel and hinge up down on the gun holding hand with some nice paint accents throughout there. And on the support hand, it's in out. And this one's up down, like I said. All right. We have T-jointed ball joints for hips. Look at that range of motion. Works perfectly. Forward and back is fine. Thigh swivel at a cut joint on both sides. And then the armor platings have the silver kind of weathering done on them. We have a double jointed knee on both sides. There are different ways of doing the armor. Like this one is more like a stormtrooper, and this one is more kind of standard, I guess. So they are different, but they're both done nicely. We have the silver paint and brown paint down here on the straps, sharp as a tack. Brown paint down here, that's done fairly well. It's a little touch and go on mine. The areas from the back, the ankles are on a disc hinge, so you get up to there for an ankle tilt up, ankle tilt down, and a rocker where it pegs into the foot. So all in all, this is a pretty effective figure, honestly. And I don't really have a proper home for him yet, so as of right now, he's just sort of hanging out in Jabba's palace until I figure out what I'm going to do. I'm sure that I'll end up doing a Mandalorian kind of diorama at some point. I just need to see the show first. You dig? Final thoughts-wise, I'll start with my negatives. Hand options, once again, would have been nice. Also, where the rifle pegs into the back, it's not the best connection in the world. Also, where the rifle is held in the hand, it's not the best tolerance or engineering for the hand versus the gun. It has a hard time being held, in my opinion. It doesn't fit quite right. It kind of gummed up my plastic a bit. So all of that is kind of a bummer. I also would have preferred a soft goods cape, but I know that I might be in the minority there. I'm not exactly sure. I should do some sort of poll or something. But that's my personal personal taste, but that's also pretty much the extent of my negatives. The positives are the sculpt is tremendous, tons of original sculpt work, tons of unique sculpt work. The paint is beautiful and they didn't spare the brush, and the articulation works pretty much across the board. So this one is a strong recommend from me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.